Hello and welcome back to All the Waves 2. As Japan, we're currently in May of 1911. We are currently dealing with some budgetary issues after our last war, as we're trying to get out 2 Katori-class vessels. I believe, our war with France ended and with Germany and was not great for us, as we wanted to take a lot of territories, but we were not able to do that. So I'm now going to focus on getting to war with Germany again if possible, and getting to war with Russia. Russia and Germany, France are like our 3 main targets in terms of budget and size of their navies. And we need these battleships to finish up, these dreadnoughts, first 2 dreadnoughts to finish up to really be able to have a shot at fighting them in the future, but that's obviously going to cost us quite a bit of money. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to normal construction speeds, and that'll save us quite a bit. I'm going to put everything into reserve, and I'm going to then mothball all of this. I'm also, I might want to get rid of this guy. We'll see. We need more destroyers, we need more light cruisers, we need heavy cruisers. There's a lot of things that we need and not a lot of budgets to go around because it's all being sucked up right now by those battleships, which we'll have the first one done in 6 months. So we'll see what we can do there. Another thing that was obvious that in those wars was just one number of ships, but also the escorts. So that's going to be something that we want to be focusing on with the heavy cruisers, with light cruisers, with destroyers, that kind of thing. And even looking at some coastal defense. But as we get into 1911 here, we may have to start thinking about aircraft. And I believe it's 1920 and 1920s when we can start looking at aircraft carrier conversions and stuff. But we'll see. So let's go for next turn. Great benefit because we are allied with Italy at the moment, which is always nice. Next turn, we're close to mastering that. Great Britain decided to increase naval spending even more because it obviously totally needs more naval spending. We're going to have to halt construction here shortly. We're getting a lot of science reports. Yeah, that would be 3 months. I'm going to halt construction on you, and then we can get the other one on the way. Cross-deck fire has now been researched, and then we can resume construction on you. Fire control, turrets and gun mountings. That's nice to see. I'm going to halt on this again. It's a little bit delayed, but there's not much I can do about it. Resume on that. Building up some tension here with Russia. They want to extend. Yes, let's extend that security arrangement. And building the battleship has given us insights into things, and it's been commissioned into the Navy, our first dreadnought. We got some more stuff on the way. So that is the first dreadnought, the Zaven, the IGN, Imperial Japanese Navy Zaven class dreadnought. So we can look at starting to once the second one finishes, we'll retire these 2. Well, I want to look at retiring the Fusos if possible, but we'll keep them around for now. They will become kind of useless eventually, but we want to look at retiring those for pretty obvious reasons. But yeah, so we're going to have that dreadnought coming up. Let's look at getting a replacement for our armored cruiser. So let's go armored cruiser. Let's go for an auto design here. I'm thinking I want to keep you at like half the tonnage of a like standard battleship. So we're going to go for 11,000 tons. 11,000 tons, local yard. What do I want? So range has to be medium. That's for sure. Belt armor, not really that important. I mean, belt is obviously important, but like if we're looking at a gun, if we're looking at stuff that it'll be fighting, so let's say like 6-inch guns. Yeah, like 5-inch belt armor is probably all we're gonna need. So yeah, let's do 4-inch belt. No belt extended. We don't really need to worry about the turrets too much. Conning tower, no. We can go for slope deck, but we can go for protected cruisers, but we don't really want to do that. Accommodation, that's fine. Torpedo defense, we can add that, but obviously not much of a reason to. Got a lot of 6-inch secondaries and all that stuff, but let's go for main guns. So we have 9-inch guns might be a good idea for an armored cruiser of this size. That gives us some pretty decent firepower. Like if we have a look at gun data, we'll be able to swap most things through. But like, what is our rate of fire with this? I'm not exactly sure how I'd see that. I need to, because I would like to know how like the difference in rate of fires, because we want to fire many smaller shots in comparison to bigger. But I think 9-inch guns are probably a good idea here. So that's 6 9-inch. Yeah, I would love to find like a, I'm not sure where, but a rate of fire information. That's armor penetration tables, rounds per gun. Yeah, we'll just keep it like how it is now. So we could do 8 guns. Well, no, 8-inch guns. 9-inch guns, I think, works for me. That does give us, yeah, so we can go through 7 inches of belt armor. So that'll pretty much penetrate any other heavy cruiser of this, like, scale. At 5,000 kilometers. Yeah, we have an immunity zone at 7,000 kilometers. So we'll be able to, like, an equivalent ship will be able to penetrate like 3.7-inch belt armor. So this we'll basically be able to penetrate anything from 5,000. So at like a 7-inch belt armor, our 9-inch guns will be able to penetrate pretty easily. 8-inch, 9-inch belt armor. So we'll go with that. Essential firing, we can go for another fire position. It does increase the cost by quite a bit. We're going to reduce that. We have 6-inch guns, which we can keep. I'm actually going to go for 4-inch guns here, and we're going to go for, yeah, we'll go for 12 4-inch guns. We are a little bit over. I'm going to get rid of the tertiaries. They're not going to be important. 3-inch guns are not really going to do much for us. We need to save some space if possible. Let's go for 2-inch armor on here. There we go. And yeah, so this gives us a total of 6 9-inch guns, 26 knots, which is decently fast. That gives us quite a bit faster than a battleship. Can keep up with our light cruisers quite significantly. And it can also obviously be used for raiding because of that speed. That's something else that armored cruisers can do, and eventually heavy cruisers. And eventually not destroyers, what you call it? I'm blanking. Dreadnoughts. Not dreadnoughts. Yeah, dreadnoughts, but not dreadnoughts. But yeah, fast battleships, really. God, I can't think of the word for now. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna save that. Not invented superimposed aft turrets. I see. Well, can we just add a midships dual turret? Yeah, that works for us. Not sure how that will work in terms of firing, but broadside should be about the same. All right, let's do a development. That'll put our budget in the red for a bit, but it should be fine. And then we'll order up probably 2 of them, and then we'll also look at getting destroyers on, because we do have our 900-ton destroyers here. Did we design? No, yeah, those are the newest ones. Light cruisers, they're kind of fine for now. They might need a replacement at some point though. And I'm gonna put you guys on foreign station because that's kind of your job. I'm gonna put you, and you need to come home because you're actually using a lot. So let's move you back because the corvettes are colonial service. So because they're colonial service, they count for, I think, what was it, 50% more, but for tonnage for foreign station. So we're gonna send you guys back to Japan, and then we'll get you back into a mothball situation. So ships in construction. Can I have you mothball? Mothball, please. That saves us some more money. We'll have that design study come up here soon. We got some for the nymph. Yeah, I mean, we'd be able to punch through this pretty easily. Steam turbines, that's a big deal. That should allow us to build our own battleships pretty handily. Zavin finished their working up. That's good to see. Let's order up 2 of these cruisers to be built. I think that's fair. So 2 armored cruisers, because we're going to need them. You go into reserve status. I'm actually going to mothball. Nah, it's not really worth it, I don't think. But yeah, we'll go into reserve status for our flagship. And then hopefully we can get the other ship done here. We are going to have to halt because these are expensive heavy cruisers. Mainly due to their speed. But, you know, speed... I guess it's not half the size as well. That was a mistake. Should be 10,500. Probably should have reduced speed and looked at the cost a little bit more. But, you know, that does give them some flexibility if I want to use them for raiding, for example. But yeah, we'll do a halt on that for now. Technology sharing agreement ended. Superimposed turrets for 2,900. Sure, let's go for that because that's one less tech we have to worry about. Let me halt on this for now. Recent improvements, that's fantastic. German scientists have invented better or more turret capability. We nearly have the Katori finishing up here, which is fantastic news. Tension's kind of going up a little bit across the board here. Ah yes, Battlecruiser was the name I didn't think about. Yeah, we'll be wanting to look at getting a Battlecruiser or 2. But the main thing is just building up a battleship fleet to replace our old battleships. Currently, we're going to be on parity with Germany. We're going to be ahead of Russia. Going to be on parity with France once they finish that up. 14-inch naval guns research. That's nice to see. So we can eventually build our own. Laid down the Burroughs class. Building an airbase in Nigeria, apparently. 2 more months for the Katori to be finished. Setback. We're now in 1912. Yeah. Class type. There we go. Once that finishes up, I think I'm going to get rid of the... I want displacement. Yeah, displacement. I then want to get rid of the Fusos. At least a couple of them. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of a couple of them. That's for sure. Alright. Next turn. The Katori is commissioned into the Navy. We should send our most powerful ships to do that. Double bottom, gradual damage improvement. And then I'm going to resume construction on you. And then I'm going to build up our dockyards. And I'm going to order up... We'll start with 2 more destroyers to be built. And we'll put you into reserve fleet. And that gives us those 2 ships. And I'm going to get rid of you 2. So we're going to go for a scrap. There we go. That'll place the replacement. I don't really want any pre-dreadnoughts. I want to get us modernized as much as we can. Once we have a bit more money, I'm going to look at designing some battle cruisers. Or the next generation of these 2. And I'm hoping we can do that with our own shipyard. So we don't have to worry about Britain or whatever causing us issues. Laid down 2 more destroyers. Let's have a look at the Almanac. They're building 1, they're building 1. I want to stay on parity with the USA if I can as well, but they've got like double our budget, so it's kind of a hard thing to do, really. Let's have a look at designing a dreadnought. Let's do a battle cruiser. So let's go for... I'm going to go for 21,000 tons, and we'll just go for a dreadnought. Medium range. Jesus. Looks a bit wonky, that. There we go. Okay, we'll do 21,000 tons. And we'll go for medium range, of course. So, medium. Speed-wise, it should keep up with our heavy cruisers. Those hitting at 26 knots. I'm okay with 26 knots. I think that's fine for a dreadnought of this era. Later generation dreadnoughts that you would find, like the Tirpitz and stuff. Not dreadnoughts, battle cruisers. You would find would go like 31 knots. You know, they'd go damn fast. We don't really need 14-inch guns on it. That's a bit heavy caliber. Let's go for 12-inch guns. Yeah, 12-inch guns is probably the best balance here, considering. Belt armor. it's a dreadnought. It's gonna have good speed and good firepower, but its armament is not gonna be too good. So let's look at like, let's go for like a 6-inch belt armor, right? And let's compare that to a heavy cruiser. Not great. So yeah, I think an 8-inch belt actually does make some sense here, because let's say our heavy cruiser was fighting ours. We want to be able to crush heavy and heavy cruiser, not heavy cruisers, armored cruisers and light cruisers. So I think, yeah, I think going for 8-inch belt armor is pretty good. I'm not going to extend that belt though. That's a lot of weight that we don't need. Deck armor, let's go for 2 inches of deck armor. Conning tower, I'm going to massively reduce that. We're going to reduce the turrets. Secondaries, not too bothered. Yeah, really want to get weight savings on this. So secondary guns, 6-inch guns, we can go, let's go for 14 6-inch guns. We'll go for like 12 4-inch guns. We could put bigger guns on this if we wanted to. We can only have 3 turrets, I'm pretty sure. Like if I add a midships turret, like if I did a midships double turret, yeah, we can only do 3. So we could go for 14-inch guns. That does increase the cost by quite a bit. Actually, not that much. The monthly cost is not that much. Yeah, we'll go 14-inch guns. So that would be 6 14-inch. We should be able to have another gun, right? Ah, yeah, because they were not they were built by Britain. But no, 14-inch guns. 27 knots. We can go for 27, 29. Oh. Might want to buff the armor up a little bit, considering the loss there. Torpedo defense, definitely. Do we have TPS 1 yet? Not researched. Deck extended, we can get rid of that as well. 28 knots. How fast are our destroyers going? They're going 29 knots, so this will be a pretty fast ship. We can add reliability increase. Let's just focus on normal. 27 knots, I think is fine. Too much on user displacement. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Torpedoes, we should add those really. Let's go for port starboard. Port starboard. They're using 1 tube. But that should be enough, right? That gets us 4 torpedo tubes. So that gets us 4 torpedoes, which are useful for sinking things. I think really the only place that I can add in extra would be into that belt armor. So let's go for 10 to count at like 10-inch guns. Let's go for 8 inches on turrets. 8 inches. We'll go for 6-inch on the conning tower. Conning tower is very unlikely to be hit. Turrets, because they're on 14-inch guns, might be a little bit more than that. We don't really need to worry about turret top for now. We can go for 9. Yeah, let's go for 8-inch. We could go for long range, but that is for raiding, and I'm not sure I want to make this a raider. I mean, it's useful, but do you want this to be a raider? I'm not confident in that, because where would you raid? Well, we could send this across the world, but we just can't spare battleships like that. I don't think it makes any sense. So we'll go for 10.5-inch. Yeah, I think this works pretty good. Pretty big guns. Not a lot of protection, but that is the design increment of a battlecruiser. Good speed, very good speed, very good guns for what we can build. So has good range. So we have 19,000 range on this compared to a 12-inch, which has 17,000. So we have extra range, we have extra capability at range. Use our speed, use our range, we have quite a few secondary guns which we can use to kill convoys and stuff, or kill anything that gets too close. I'm pretty happy with this. That's going to cost us actually less than the other battleships, so we're going to go for a... Oh, we can't do that yet. So Icoma, I'll have to save that. So save design. Yes, no, okay. We're going to have to wait until we have some more money for that. We'll also have to appropriate the funds for that, which is going to be a problem. They're offering to sell us this. Yes, let's get that. That's 1% weight savings. Next turn. Yeah, we've got everything actually building, and our balance is actually doing okay here. We've got our dock size also coming online. I'm going to build a couple more destroyers. Add those on. So we can get our destroyer fleet back up to where it should be. I'm going to just scrap these. I'm not a big fan of them. And then I'm going to order up 2 more destroyers as well. So in 12 months, we should be good to go there. There's been an uprising in the Chinese province. In the focus of greater power colonization, we send a force. Send a battleship. Send a battleship. Ooh, there's some tension. There is some tension indeed. We've got to be careful we don't get drawn into multiple conflicts here. But we've got our 2 Katori-class battleships. I'm pretty confident with them. If we fought Germany, we'd have or France, we can fight them. With our current ships. They have more older pre-dreadnoughts, but those pre-dreadnoughts are going to have issues. It's the destroyers are really right now the big problem. Battleship scare. We've authorized additional funding. Fantastic news. Looks like we might be going to war with France here. That's a problem. Yeah, I think we just need to start mass building destroyers, as they're the only things that are going to be done in, like, near time. So I'm just going to go for, like, 10 destroyers on the way. No, thank them, but we can't do that. Prime Minister wants to juice. No, we need... I don't really want to go to war with France. Reduce our prestige for a bit. I just don't want to increase that tension too much more. Amphibious operations. Okay, France is down more. France is down more. That's good to see. That's good to see. Russian ship, the Izemai. So 6 12-inch guns, 11.5-inch belt armor, 27 knots. So we made a good decision to go for 27 knots as well. Lot less armament than our ship, but heavier armor, decent speed. We can now build 1,100 ton destroyers. Next turn. Tension between our ally. Yes. Let's. If you want to fight Russia, I'll fight Russia. Let's go for medium on Germany and see if we can fight that. Better torpedoes. Early airship mastery. We'll have our destroyers finishing up here in due time. Okay, we can build airships. Now, I'm not really sure I want to build some airships, but, you know, we'll see. Alright, what does Russia have here? They have 3 armored cruisers. They have only 1 dreadnought. We would be able to pretty much demolish them if we fought Russia. New docks completed. Torpedo technology. By all means, let's go for that tech. We've got a bunch of money now. We're going to keep building up our dockyards. First couple destroyers should be finishing off the line here. If a war should come, not without additional funding. Get me more money, we can do something. Okay, we'll have those 2 cruisers finishing up in due course. Zitvin, armor kneeling. Can we design that vessel? So, open. Icoma. And we've got some weight savings, actually. So let me go for 11-inch belt armor there. Save, overwrite. Okay, cannot afford that. Gotta wait then. Pirate shipbuilding, 4 more destroyers into the navy. Okay, now let's do that. Icoma. I want you. Let's go Icoma. And save design, overwrite. 4 months on that. So that'll give 4 more destroyers, and that'll bump us up to 15. Britain has that, so I want another 4. How much does the US have? 45 destroyers. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to wait a turn and we'll look into other research here. Push for an international force. Bougainville. No, don't get tension with France. Let them do what they want to do. I'm not concerned with them. All right, let's go for a destroyer. And go for 1,100 tons, 31 knots, double torpedo tubes. Can we add a third mount in here? Central swivel mount, 2 torpedo tubes. Yes, we can. Crowded, 4-inch guns. It's a torpedo boat primarily. Engine priority on speed. I like that. 31 knots. Cramped accommodation, though. No cramped accommodation. Normal reliability, because it's going to have issues otherwise. 120 rounds. Fire control local only. 30 knots. Let's go for 30 knots. Ship is overweight. Yeah, I get that the ship is overweight. 31 knots. There's not much else that I can put. I mean, I can put it on speed, I guess, and just go with it. Let's get that in design. 4 more destroyers are committed into the Navy. Battle cruiser. Okay. Rework the design. That looks good. Yeah. Alright, and now we can start looking at battleship construction. We'll have the battle cruiser in the way shortly. We'll have those 2 heavy cruisers also coming. Back our ally unconditionally. Shipboard aircraft operation. Okay, let's build. I'm going to go for an initial run of 4 of them. I'm then also going to go into research, and I'm going to put this down to medium. Shipboard operations high. Amphibious operations high. Low on that. Low on armor development for now. Okay, max stock size increase. That's fantastic. Counterintelligence. Who cares? I'm not really too concerned about that. Okay, I'm going to order up 2 battle cruisers. So that's going to make tensions skyrocket because they're like, oh my god, you're building big ships. Okay, once those 2 finish up, that shouldn't be an issue. So I'm going to halt these for now and then wait. We'll resume construction on the Akoma, but then we'll move some stuff around. But we'll have those 2 Harakuse, 4 Harakuses done in pretty good time. Periscope. Sure. Why not? Speaking of submarines, we should probably look at building some, and I will build a few once those destroyers are done and we got some other stuff done. Private shipbuilding's doing really well for us at the moment. Tension is skyrocketing though. The Panama Canal opens. Fantastic news. It's 1914 as well. World War looks like it's going to break out here. Improved industrialization. It's a little bit overweight, but the Iwate has been commissioned successfully, which is fantastic news. So yeah, the Iwate is now here. So I'm going to scrap you. I'm going to put you into a mothball. But the Iwate is now around and available for us, and we'll get its sister ship done shortly. Port Arthur. Yes, this means war. War between Japan and Germany. I didn't realize it was going to be Germany. Surprise attack. Here we go. Mobilize all ships for surprise attack. I didn't realize we were going to fight Germany. It was Port Arthur, so I presumed, we were going to fight otherwise. So we've got our 2 dreadnought battleships here with their 4 sets of 12-inch gun turrets. So for 8 12-inch guns. Behind, we've got some of the older pre-dreadnoughts. They're in a separate division. We've got the Iwate, which just got commissioned, the light cruiser Achiho, and then our massive set of destroyers here. Some of these are going to be Sawakaze. A lot of these are going to be Sawakaze classes. And then our battleships, obviously, over here with the Izumi light cruiser. I'm going to put these on AI control for now. We're going to squadron max up to here. We're going to squadron max up to you. And for now, you guys go 21 knots. You guys go 18 knots. I'm just going to have you go AI control and just support the Kotori Saban. We don't need speed for these battleships. They're going to close any exit for these guys. What I do want control over is we're going to get the Iwate moving through. We're going to get the Tashiko moving up. You actually can move over there. The Iwate can actually go in. The destroyers, Squadron Max, move. They should all be following that way. So let's increment. Unknown ship detected. Unsure of what it is. It's moving. It stops on its tracks. Can we get a closer look on that, please? It's a trawler. Open up. Fire its 9-inch guns into that. Okay, we need to get in here, though, because we've only got a limited space of time. Though they shouldn't have any battleships, so we should be able to destroy everything here anyway. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Airbase looks like. Or minefield. 6-inch coastal battery. We've got ships in the harbour. Owate move up. CL move up. Battleships move up. We're going to go to 18 knots here, please. We're going to go straight through the middle. We're taking some fire. Torpedo away into that heavy cruiser or armored cruiser. That's a good hit on that. We've got multiple here. We're going to go slow. Torpedo hits a torpedo net. Can I have you guys go through? You guys move back. Azakaze move up. Victoria Luis class. That's a little bit of a big boy there. It's getting torpedoed pretty hard though. Torpedo hits the torpedo netting because this is the torpedo netting for reference. Sawakaze's firing his torpedo off. Hansakaze's firing torpedoes. Where are my battleships? Battleships coming up. The Iwate is coming up here as well. Let's move you down. You can hit this one. We've got a heavy cruiser in the netting, which we'll have to deal with. You can hit a lot of torpedoes here. Because this is also a night attack. That's why they're having a hard time actually seeing us. Okay, can we get a hit on that with the Hasakaze? No, I want the CA right in front of us. No. Niobe class. Hit that. And I'm going to get you out of here. Let's get you out of here. Pull the destroyers off now. Good hit there. Got some really good hits. We're still firing torpedoes. Wow, they actually did get through the torpedo netting. We sunk that ship. It just blew up. Anyway, let's get our destroyers out of here before they get hit too much here. Okay, Lobby needs to be careful about running this too much. AI control, let's get you out of here. Control, let's get you out of here. Let's get you out. Okay, battleships will come in and finish the job and we'll destroy what's left here. Everything else can basically just leave. We're still firing some torpedoes off. Well, we can. That was a miss, though. Fortunately. Alright, battleships coming up here. Let's see these guys in action. First time we've been able to. CA hits. Yeah, they're firing some shells off. Okay. Make a turn. Okay, we'll go to normal speed. Open up. Good hit. Big hit. So we're just broadsiding right into this. Heavy damage. Hit by a torpedo. What are you guys doing? Move back. You guys move over. Fire started on an Niobe there. Another hit. The Zerafuji, we'll continue to hit those as well. Just want to make sure that they all sink. We shouldn't be an issue. There we go. That's on fire. Let's get everything out. It's time to leave. Ooh, that's a trawler, but we'll be dead probably. And we're out of here. That's 2 heavy cruisers, I believe, and a light cruiser destroyed. That's a very good, successful surprise attack. There we go. We sunk 2 heavy cruisers and a light cruiser. An armed cruisers, my bad. Oh, God, I keep saying that. I know people get annoyed. That was a fantastic engagement. But yes, we're at war with Germany, which is actually one of the better scenarios here for us. Let's lower that tension for Russia and for France. So Germany has 2 dreadnoughts in service. They're also building 2 battle cruisers. We're building 2 battle cruisers. They have 6 pre-dreadnoughts in service. They had 6 heavy armored cruisers, but we destroyed 2 of them. They have over here. They have no ships over here. Though they're going to have some stuff in Southeast Asia. They're going to have to come all the way around because all their stuff is in Northern Europe. So yeah, all their stuff's in Northern Europe. So I have to keep an eye on that. I am going to move some stuff down. We also need to put things on trade protection. So corvettes, trade protection, please. Corvettes, trade protection. And then I'm going to put Sarakazes. How many do I need on this? I need 3. I need 9. Trade protection. God, I have to put like all of them on trade protection. I mean, I guess I don't have to. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it at the moment. So we're going to go active service. We're going to need more corvettes. That's for damn sure for that purpose. But what I am going to do is I'm going to send the Awate away with 1, 2, 3, 4 with 4 destroyers. The Awate and 4 destroyers. We're going to send that for now to Southeast Asia, so that we gain superiority over there. Continue. Yes, we should extend it because they're also going to have to fight Italy. So hopefully they get caught up there. Better torpedoes, fantastic news. Enemy submarine sunk. Operations of our ally help us as well. Fantastic news. Let's get an invasion on the way, please. Yeah, maybe I do want to just put everything on trade protection. Trade protection. We take 2 off, put those into actives. Okay, where's the German Navy? That's kind of the important thing right now. German Navy is in West Africa, so they're going to take a couple turns to move around, so they're not going to be able to move through the Suez. They'll end up here, probably, and that'll obviously cause a little bit of a stir. Q ships. Favorable weather. Operation of our ally. Successful. We'll have 6 more destroyers come off the line. We've got a long way until we can get our battle cruisers up. So they're now in Southern Africa. So one more temple. We're going to move our forces out of Southeast Asia because we need to protect the main field of play. Specifically, we need to protect Japan. So, turn. We should not let them off lightly. Total victory, please. 4 center line turrets, fantastic news. So they are in, yeah, they're now in here. So I'm going to order everything in the Southeast Asia. You are going to move to Northeast Asia. Move ship. Northeast Asia. And we'll have to take the fight to them. So what do they have on the way then? The German Navy is currently 2 dreadnoughts, 5 normal battleships, 2 armored cruisers, 4 destroyers. So we have parity in dreadnoughts. We do not have parity in normal pre-dreadnoughts, but I am hoping we can make up for that with our armored cruisers, our latest armored cruisers, and our destroyers, which we're going to have a lot more destroyers than they are, because I believe the German destroyers are currently sat in Northern Europe, or I think in the Mediterranean. No, there's nothing in the Mediterranean. I'm not sure where the Italian fleet is. Italians are kind of following them, I think. Yeah, the Italians are following them as well, so the Italians will be coming. They dominate the seas there. Battle. The German destroyer. So they traded destroyers. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Germany's got an armored cruiser here now. They've got their dreadnoughts coming up. So hopefully we get an invasion on foreign station. Yeah, I'm gonna put these guys into foreign station. There we go. Problem is most of our stuff's being used for trade protection. So trade protection. That works. That works. We got everything on foreign station. That's good. Cruiser action. Okay, Italian forces have joined. We have the armed cruiser Tokiwa, Iwate, and the Varese, which is a Italian ship, with some destroyers, as well as a light cruiser, the Takashiko, in the front. Well, I think that's going to leave the episode off here. A little bit of a longer one today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Really, really does help me out. And yeah, I think that we'll be coming back with the war against Germany. Hopefully, we can win the war. The good thing, even if we don't win the war, we are getting a lot of budget, benefit from it. And that's really what we want to see, is the budget increase. So yeah, we'll be moving into that period. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, as I did say. And special thanks to members in Passive 9001, Scott Mundy, Ryan Smelly, It's Honey, Zaven, Death Himself, Cliff S, Alex Roberts, Fishik, Gravmania, Lewis Netto, and finally King Strozer. Thanks to your support.